Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Making quick, easy meals from Pantry staples. It's what's going to get us through what is coming. So today, I decided to do a couple of family favorites. So I have a jar of my canned hamburger. Here is a jar of the pickled green tomatoes that I did a couple of years back that nobody likes. So I got to get rid of those. I got to use them up. Then I have a can of stewed tomatoes that I did in 21. Those green tomatoes are from 2019 and the hamburgers from 21 as well. So I am going to make hungani, whatever you call it. I have some mushrooms, some pasta sauce, and then some pasta. I've used every single kind of pasta that we have in the house to use this dish, and I think tonight I'll be using the elbow. So that's what I'm going to make tonight for dinner, and it's one of my family's favorite. So I have my pot here boiling for my pasta. In goes my salt, and I'm using about 2 cups of pasta for this dish tonight. So in goes the pasta, and this trick I learned, I don't even remember where I learned it from, but it works so well. Take your wooden spoon and just rest it over your pot, and I guarantee you it will not boil over. It will not. I'll show you a little bit later. See? It's not going to boil over. It does not boil over, even though it tries. And I've boiled pasta over so many times. Once I started doing this trick, it never did again. So I'm going to start with these green tomatoes. I'm going to rinse them because they are in a pickling. It is a sweet pickle sauce, but still, I want to get all my seasonings and everything out of that because I have black peppercorns and mustard seeds that I don't want to go in. And I am using filtered water. We have a whole house filter and a tap filter. So with everything going on, I'm glad we have this. So I'm just washing off the green tomatoes, and I'll show you what I do with them next. So this is what I was trying to rinse off of those green tomatoes. Nobody wants to bite down on a black peppercorn or a mustard seed and break a tooth. So I wanted to make sure I got those out before I added them into the sauce. And there my pot goes again, trying to boil over, but with my spoon there, it doesn't have a chance. So into my blender, I am putting my green tomatoes, and I'm going to blend them up so I can conceal that they're in there. So all I'm going to do is just mash them up. As you can see, they're not going. So what I'm going to do is add a little bit of my pasta sauce just to get them moving through this little blender that I have here. Nothing fancy, just a little Hamilton Beach blender that I got from Kohl's, and I've had it for about 12 years and it's working great. So I'm just going to blend that up. And as you can see, voila, they are now red tomatoes. You would never know these were green tomatoes, and they have all that flavor and they smell delicious. I could probably eat them right out of this blender. So I'm going to put that in to my sauce, and you would never know there's green tomatoes in there. So my pasta is cooked, and I'm going to use the same pot I cooked the pasta in. So into the pot, I am putting in the hamburger first. I want to get that fat rendered down out of it to make sure it's distributed throughout before I start adding in the rest of my ingredients. So even though I know my hamburger coming out of this jar is cooked, I still cook it a little bit more before I start adding the rest of my ingredients. I don't know about you, but this is what I do. So once I've sufficiently got that cooked down, I start adding in the rest of my ingredients here. My tomatoes, my seasonings. And this is my little secret ingredient. Better than bouillon. It's like it's cooked all day. So start adding in my mushrooms with the water. I'm going to add in my stewed tomatoes, my pasta sauce, those green tomatoes that I blended with the pasta sauce. That's going in. Everything's going in. It's like a dump meal. Just dump it in the pot, let it warm through, add the pasta, and it's done. It's really easy. And you know I like quick and easy. So once I had all that in, I'm going to add in my spices with my other secret ingredient that is actually sugar, not salt. I'm not adding in any more salt to this because the batter than bouillon has salt in it, and I salted my pasta. That's a little bit of sugar that I use to cut the acid from the tomato products. And I always rinse my jars out with a little bit of water or broth or whatever liquid I'm using, and make sure I get all that goodness out of the jars, out of the tins. So I'm just going to let this warm through before I add in my pasta. And I'm going to try to do this one-handed. We'll see how this goes. So that wasn't too bad. I only had 2 pieces of pasta escape the colander onto the stovetop. So I'm just going to mix this in, and pretty much it is done. I am doing this early in the day because we are having a thunder ice storm, and just in case power goes out, I want to have dinner prepared on the stovetop waiting for us to eat. So this is my ever-present companion, and don't I wish life was this easy breezy for me? Don't I wish I didn't have to cook, bake, clean, or anything, that I could just lazily sleep the day away. So he is in the driver's seat and we are going. Thank you so much, friends, for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and click that notification bell to be notified when I upload videos, because the journey will continue.